All right. Not bad. No wind. Lines are clear. Heavy weeds. Lines are clear. There was a very, very low flying plane. We are staying low tonight if possible. We do not want to meet Mr. Jet Plane. So we are going to stay close to the ground as we test out this helmet. And all things being equal, I think tonight is going to be one of those magical butter nights anyway, where the air just feels buttery. So if we stay here, we're 100 feet above the ground. It's not even that really right now. Kind of just feeling things out. I've got this new helmet deal we're trying to figure out. Trying to get all the connections done. So in my old helmet, I had it set up very much like you might a motorcycle helmet. In fact, I was using a Cena system, which is very popular on motorcycle helmets. The Cena 10R is what I had. So it's Bluetooth, and it was hardwired into my mic and into my ear cups. So I could connect it to my phone. However, I could not connect it at the same time to my camera. And I like to talk when I fly. Obviously, I'm a talker. So what I decided to do, I think I'm going to go north, and that super low jet that didn't show up on Flight Radar 24 or any of that stuff, didn't even have an ID, and it was a big jet. I couldn't identify it, but it was definitely feeling really, it was a low pattern. I mean, definitely in the realm of where I fly. So that is not going to be where I fly tonight. If it was bumpy, I would just land, I'd be done. But anyway, back to my headset, sorry, we got off track. So if I wanted to be on my phone, where I could make a phone call or take a phone call, or if something were, let's say that I had a engine out and I got hurt or something like that, and I needed to get connected to my phone, it'd be a process because I'd have to disconnect the camera I was using. Also, I wanted the ability to fly with the aviation radio. Not so much to be able to transmit unless I wanted to let some people know about activity if I were flying out of an airport, that kind of thing, so as not to disturb them on any type of landing. That would have been an excellent gust of wind for my setup. I had none. Anyway, the headset that I have now, I ordered through Micro Avionics, and concept of this headset is that I should be able to use just the single Bluetooth to my phone. I should be able to listen to music. I should be able to make phone calls, take phone calls. If someone needs to connect with me while I'm flying, if my wife has an emergency, it's not always me that might have an emergency, right? Sometimes I fly for a couple hours. So, you know, you want to be able to stay in contact. Play a little leapfrog across the road. Don't fly over any people. Way to go. Look at that. And this allows me to have a hardwire lead that technically should go to my GoPro. And it should always be on and always allow my GoPro to pick up my voice. It's a lot more wires up on my head to make the GoPro work like that because they haven't caught up to Bluetooth technology and don't allow it to tie in like they should. Anyway, that's why I had to use the Garmin Verb on my helmet on the other helmet that I had. So I bought the same helmet, put the Micro Avionics headset on it. I have a hardwired lead to my camera, And then I have removable leads that when I'm not using a radio, like most of the time that I fly because I'm by myself, so a two-way radio is not necessary, or my aviation radio in most cases is not going to be necessary when I'm out of my home LZ. What a beautiful night. And then you have the extra ability to have all that connection while still having your phone. So what I did is I tethered my phone down into my little pocket here so that I could get it out in flight without fear of dropping or doing anything goofy that way. I still have to fly my aircraft, so my reserve is on my right, so I lost my pocket there. So I keep my throttle on my left, and I'm consciously keeping my arm here out so that I don't risk my throttle cord getting back to a propeller. That could be disastrous, especially low, and disastrous in a lot of ways. So, again, this is the solution that I've come up with, and we're going to see, are we connected? We should be automatically connected in the Bluetooth arena. It says we are. So now I should be able to also say go to Spotify. Well, you can't hear it. It's just not loud enough. Somehow we're going to have to turn that gain up because the music is just not there. It might be there on my recording, but it's not there. And if the music isn't there, it makes me think a phone call is probably not going to be there either, which, music nice, phone call, whole point of doing this. So what we're going to do here is make a test phone call, but not to irritate my wife. We'll irritate my son. Well, that's interesting. I can't hear anything on the... I can't hear anything. Oh. Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I was just testing out my new headset and the connection to the phone, and I wanted to see, would you do me a favor? And when we hang up, could you call me back?
Yeah.
And then you don't have, all we have to do is say hello and verify we can hear each other, and it should auto answer it when I get a call. So if there's an emergency and someone calls me, most of the time my phone's just going to not be on my person because I'm flying and concentrating on that. But I want to make sure that that I have the ability to get a phone call if there's an emergency. So if you could call me back, that would be fantastic. Well, that worked.
Yep.
But I got to tell you, the volume into my headset is barely good enough. How do I come through for you?
It sounds like you're talking.
I mean, you can hear what I'm saying without struggling and, what in the world is this guy talking about type of thing?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. That's kind of what I wanted to know. All right. What's that? Okay, you try and speak up a little bit for me.
Okay. I have a bunch of books that I don't want.
Books that you don't want? Well, then get an empty tote from downstairs and get an empty tote or a box, an empty box, and box them up and store them in the basement. Okay? I've got a bunch of Star Wars books stored down there. Just store them nice because you want to keep books. All right? Okay, sir. Well, I'm going to try and have fun. Love you too. Bye. Well, that's a little disappointing if I'm honest. So, I mean, this was not a cheap setup, and it was money I was hoping that would be well spent, and I can't seem to get my radios adjusted, and what does work, like the phone calls and I mean, the music came through, but shit, I couldn't hear them. On my Cena, it was so noise reduction in that headset that it was like a dream. I am going to do a quick little thing here. I like to surf these trees, so we're gonna come down here and surf this corner. Yep. Can't do that on nights that aren't like this. This is gorgeous. Low flying, just absolutely a dream. When I checked my motor and did my pre-check, very, 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 very happy to see that some oil that I had been finding was not present anymore. I did find another connection, a young man that I call him young man now because he's absolutely a young man, probably 21, in college playing baseball, going to be a Marine. Just a good kid. His name's Joe Rabb, and his father is connected to this park here. He does a ton of work here. You see him here all the time, and certainly knows all the board members and that type of thing. And I'm just trying to find an in because these fields are generally just like this. I mean, and I worry all the time on mine because on my fields you have these growth. I mean, it's a hayfield. So, I mean, they cut it, and then within a couple weeks, it's a challenging launch. There's a lot of stuff going on. Lots of stuff going on. It's just, I'd love to get permission just to use these fields, set up in any one of these four corners. Out this direction, no lines. There's not a whole lot that's going to cause a rotor. I have fields over here. I would certainly consider some sort of trade-off on, you need some mowing done? Do you need, what can I do to help in the park? Just to gain some permission to use it as a LZ, just, you know, for me. But it's not a city park, and it's run through donations, and it's got a board, so you can't just, well, I suppose you could, but I wouldn't just show up and just start doing it, because, you know, if someone tells you no at that point, you've probably got no chance to talk them into it at some other point. So that's where I'm at. I can tell you that just through this headset, it's nowhere near as canceling out my motor, just to my own ears, as my other. I think the other one's like a, why do I want to say 3M? That doesn't sound right, but it does sound right for some reason. But yeah, if I can't get these settings right, this is just going to be a disappointment all around, and I'm not going to know how to fix it. I guess the only thing I could possibly do, and I shouldn't have to, because the headset itself has Bluetooth, is figure out a way to power up the speakers so that I can actually hear. I mean, I had to come off power. If I were climbing and on a phone call, I don't think I'd hear a thing. I don't think I'd hear a thing at all. So I am going to tell you that as of right now, this helmet's not worth the money that I spent. The customer service so far has been good. I've reached out. I've asked for help. I did connect with someone in Facebook. He told me to IM him. I did. I'm kind of hoping that I find a way to connect with him, get a time to reach out and call. I emailed the website. I sent a picture of this ear setup. You have these little micro switches. There's about 12 of them. And you set them in different ways depending on what you're trying to run. And I sent him a picture and said, these are the ones that I have on, these are the ones that I have off, you know, these are the radios that I'm trying to use and how I'm trying to use them. And quite frankly, I'm just hoping that they can come back and tell me, this is what you need to do. I need to gain some height because I want to clear these trees. This night is gorgeous. I loaded up with some fuel, so I don't want to be limited here. But I do need to maintain my outs. Well, you know what? Now that I think about it, do I really want to go up high with an unknown jet that you've seen twice that's up high? And by high for me. And I'm not sure that I do. I don't know that that risk is worth that reward. So I can cut it this way, and I will. And that's not swamp. I've got an out behind me. Got an out in front of me. On a night like tonight, you're going to have general aviation out too, just playing around. Here's some deer. Do a little eyeball. There's 3 over in the shade right in the corner. And there's 3, probably that whole herd that are crossing. I don't want to come on the motor and spook them, so I'm just going to stay quiet. That's a nice buck right there. The lead one is a nice buck. Oh yeah. I wish I could have that on film and know. There's another one standing in the middle of this field. Eyeballs on me. I see you. There you go. Bye-bye. Now I need to put eyeballs straight ahead. Well, I guess that clicks the whole flying low during hunting season. I'm from Michigan. I love hunting. And when I'm flying during hunting season, I'm high. A guy that spent all week dreaming about being up in his stand, spent all summer planting his food plots and doing all the work that's involved. Last thing they need is some guy being a douchebag on a butt fan coming by and ruining his day. Lots of power lines around this little gravel pit. Feel like if we came off power now, we'd be okay for the top wire. And by okay, I mean I would like to clear it by a wide margin. There we go. On a night like tonight, technically you could probably land in any direction. So your outs become a little more straightforward. Just some S-turns and pick a spot and go for it. And then hope you don't just get a 3-mile-an-hour tailwind all of a sudden. Equipment is so cool. Big stuff like this. I love this stuff. You can't really see this from the road. They do a nice job with their front landscape. So when you're driving down US 12, you don't really see what they've got going on in here. This would be another area that I'd love to talk to someone who owns it and say, hey, when you guys are closed and it's evening or super early morning, do you mind if I came out and did some stuff? Although, now that I'm thinking about it, everything's kind of underground. I've been looking just for some new LZs to get some new places to fly, specifically an Elkhart. So when I'm out just kind of cruising around in my car and enjoying myself, taking little mental health drives, listening to music really loud, I like to kind of search things out. And over on County Road 17, there are a lot of the RV companies. There's just a lot of companies, and there's one company called Husky. And right next to Husky, there's a really nice open field. It's like almost a strip. I'm guessing that land is not. It is so nice. I'm low, but I'm gonna hang those up because I think I can. Just weight shift. I am gonna climb a little bit because there's water over these trees, and I'm heading in that direction. It's not much water, but there's water, and then there's power lines, and I'd like to have a little bit of time to make decisions if something went funky. Hello, Birdie. How you doing? But I'd really like to know what that business is going to be, and also I do think just in that field, early morning flight, something like that, where you launched at sunrise and flew around for about 45 minutes, came in and land. I don't know that you'd be in anybody's way, but I also don't know whose permission you'd need. Gonna be a new window running landing tonight. Oh, I needed this. Nice busy Monday. I couldn't catch my breath today. You'd think the way I talk that all I do is load up on caffeine. Right now I'm probably just as busy as I got. I'm probably 4 cups of coffee that I didn't have that I normally would. Boy, it feels like I'm just going to be able to come in over this corner, take a little mostly north angle, maybe a little bit of northwest. Just kind of let it happen. Well, my son must be home. Sad to me. All these empty stadiums where kids could be doing their thing, you know? You want kids to do their thing. Football field. 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 3 points. 3 points. Everybody's cheering. He's got his 3 points. 3 points. Everybody's cheering. Crowd goes wild. First field goal of the season because there was no season. What a weird year. Don't hit the lights. Nice. Oh. Going up here. In the winter, all these nice fields were my outs. Now all these nice fields are corn. And they are still an out. But they would not be an enjoyable one. Not now. Certainly not August. Look at this. Little cell tower action. Little cell tower action. Bird perched up there. Look at that. Look at the bird. There goes the hawk. Let's not make him mad. Let's go away. Well, nope, you went the direction I was going to go. Oh, so now I'm going to go this way. I don't want to bother you. Don't want to bother you. Well, if I get cancer flying around this 5G tower, everybody will know, right? Oh, come back to perch. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. You are not a super student. You may not mess with wildlife. You are not trained for that. Don't do things you're not trained for. Oh, there's a wonderful vet, Doctors Visser, Karen and David. Let's fly over the roof, do a little roof inspection for them. Their roof is all right. This is a cool little neighborhood right here. I think the Vissers might actually own this field. I wonder, is this field an LZ? And how much are they selling that little strip of land for? So originally, I think they were planning on rebuilding their clinic, their hospital. I'm betting that the unfarmed field here, the high one, is theirs. Now, they are definitely surrounded in wires. So this field would be, they're not super tall, but it would be a challenge. Getting a few bumps down here, not too many. Huh. Available. What business is this? Grass. I mean, I would use it as an out. If I would use it as an out. A lot of wires in here, crisscrossing, crisscrossing, crisscrossing. Wouldn't want to be dicking around down in there. That is for sure. I don't know these fields over here very well, so I am going to fly over them, check them for wires, and then come down and look at them, because that is not farm. And really, it just kind of looks like waste. It doesn't look like hay. So who owns it? What are they doing with it? And could I go stand in that dirt on occasion? Park on the side of the road. That's where the flat mats would be nice. Let's look at what this looks like. You could launch from there. Those are tall. If they didn't care, you can trim that out. Just that dirt area. And the only direction you wouldn't launch is with an east wind. With an east wind, I can launch from my garage almost. That's never, the east wind is never a problem on my home LZ because I have a spot that isn't field. But this would open up all those other ones. This would open all of that up. I don't know. This business up here that's for sale, that land would certainly be doable, I think. I mean, I would land there in a heartbeat for an emergency. But shit, big enough for an emergency, I'm landing right here, right? And hoping for the best. People, we need to stop planting trees right by the side of the road. Gets in the way of what we're trying to do here. Yep. That's, well, you're on a night like tonight, all of that's doable. I don't know rotor-wise what that really feels like, and I can't come this way. I can't come that way. I need to come back the way I came. There's a little field, a little storage area field. This is a subdivision that never happened. Back that way. Most of the time I'm so high over all of this, I just don't get to see it like this. I mean, right now, shit, not 100, I'm not even 100 feet off the ground, maybe 80. I don't know. I'm low. And it's time to cut because I'm too low to go that direction without breaking some rules that I don't want to break. Feel good about a little cut through, not flying over this building, flying over that little strip, doing a little land. Oh, what a gorgeous night. What a gorgeous night. This would be the night for that wing I demoed, that APCO hybrid. Just an easy launcher, no risers. You just be at level flight, you're just moving slow, slow. Right now I'm flying into whatever prevailing wind there really is. And there's not a lot. Nope. But I don't want to disturb horses. And I'm not landing certainly yet. Lots of fuel. Lots of fuel. Well, we're going to have to correct what you just did. Bam, bam, bam. Corrected. Little line tug. How dare you put yourself into that? How dare you? Look at the trees. Look at the trees, Mom. Whoosh. Let's go through them. All right. Corn. Yes, I do make super, I don't know, I'm 50 and here I am making sound effects while I fly. I caught myself doing that. I don't know when it started. But really, this is pretty a cool thing to do. And you don't really need to be adding swoop sounds to it. But on several videos, I was like, what's that noise? And then I realized, holy shit, what am I doing? Oh, kid show. One bite. Everybody knows the rules. Cool shadow. Little tree action. Oh no, gonna die. Oh. Here we go. Yeah. Don't get to do this that often. And who gets to do this? Me. Why aren't more people out here? Why aren't I getting people on Facebook like, hey, there it is. I see you. I see you plane. You're very low. You're not as low as me. Come on down. I do see you though. I see you. I see you. I don't know if that's a 150 or what that is. It's low. That's why I'm down here tonight. Because these planes are all over. And he has nothing in the way of a flasher, or he doesn't have it on. Of course, me, notice that I might need to throw a charge on my 2 flashers that I always run. So I charged them up, and they were on my desk, and I would look at them during the day-to-day, thinking about running to the store real quick for some things the family needs. And then jumping in the air, flying low, looking at stuff, avoiding planes, trying not to die. Woo! Don't get caught in those. You would not be a happy camper. That would be a 23 to 0 stop. Now you're flying into the sun, so be super aware of what's in front of you. Give it a little power. You don't want to dick around with flying into the sun. You cannot see anything you're about to hit that you would have a hard time seeing when you're not flying into the sun. So it's a bit of a trick. I think what we're going to do up here is do a little power turn. A hard turn. See if we can't manage it a little bit. Get where this lands a little bit flat. Remember, we're still learning, and you are not high enough to make big mistakes. We're going to throw our hip. We're going to cross our leg. We're going to pull. Here we go. We're going to give it a little left. We're going to come up. That was no porpoise, no porpoise, no porpoise. Little porpoise right there. But I don't know if you did that when you were trying to correct it, that you already had right. You had the right amount of left brake. Lots to learn, but I'm not going up into the stratosphere to play again tonight. It would be a wonderful night to work on the wing overs and all of that stuff, but without my flashers and with all this low air traffic I've seen, and the few nights that you can actually fly at a foot, 2 feet off the ground like that, It's just too rare. It's too rare. I wonder if I said, "Hey Siri." Hey Siri. Nah. Siri's never liked me. Ever. No, I gotta gain a little bit. I'm gonna go play over there. Gotta gain a little bit to be safe. That is a funky little out right there. You would not want to be sticking around with that. Windsock doing absolutely nothing. I'm gonna do a little test. I'm gonna go up here. We're gonna go a little hands up, a little level flight here. All right, so we're cruising along. We're trimmed at neutral. Forward speed, somewhere between 23, 24, 22. Neutrally trimmed. Look how hard that cell tower is to see. And that's a whole lot easier than power lines heading into the sun. I think we're gonna play a little bit around that for just a second. It is going to be a gorgeous night. I can see for absolutely ever. Oh my goodness. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Now when that little hands up, winds aloft are going to be a little bit than nil on the ground. They were, not a lot, but this is the direction they should be coming from, and indeed they are. We are now just at a steady 29 miles an hour with the tailwind, so just right a few hundred feet off the ground. Got about a 4 mile an hour wind. Now, what happens if we trim and, oh, I don't like this throttle. I really don't. What happens if we trim it in from neutral? All right. Now, we've got our trims in a bit. They're equal, they're level, we're flying straight. Didn't change much. Lost a couple miles an hour. No. That was not a huge change. Interesting. Some people would say when there's no wind, you want to land trims in. But that's only because you're moving a little slower. You feel it. But a little slower also costs you a little energy. And when I'm going this direction, boy, it didn't do much, those trim changes. Interesting. So the trim in really didn't slow us down a whole lot. We were cruising along. Still going about 25. I'm close to the ground. That's around the forward speed of my wing. So I'm just down in that nil wind. Maybe I need to go back up. Certainly probably would make it a better compare. If I got actually into the same wind that I was in. There we go. Of course, that assumes that it's still there. I know people who like to trim all the way out for no wind flights. Trimmed out, this is a fast wing. And I'm fairly heavily loaded on it. I'm about 104%. And quite frankly, I don't know how comfortable I would be there. That's back to neutral. That's almost back to neutral. Oh, you're over trimmed. You're over trimmed. Fly, fly, fly. I really hate this throttle. I have to trim it. I hate it. This is not my Bellini throttle by any stretch. That is for sure. There we go. There we go. All things being equal, you are good. You are good, you are good. My favorite home in Edwardsburg is right here. At least from the outside. Love the landscape, I wouldn't have the trees though. I'd have little cuts in the yard going, launch land here, launch land here. Now, because I screwed around and forgot my flashers, I cannot fly past sunset. Ooh, right here, as I get kind of below this tree, it got really cool. I mean, noticeably. It is so rare that I get to fly on a night like tonight. Just kind of cruising in a little box. Look at that. Who doesn't? Who wouldn't want to do this? Let's keep my wing out of the trees. That'd be cool. Why wouldn't you see these videos as a kid? Well, so many people grow up and they dream of flight. And it's possible. You can take these things, you get some training, operating costs, about the cost of operating a lawnmower. For me, they're a little more because I like to run avgas, but I mean, it's just two-stroke motor. So, kind of the gas you burn and whatever little bit you feel like you need to put aside per hour of motor so that when the time comes, and it will come, you can do the financial maintenance you're going to need to do. For me, with the Moster with the MY19 badge that never had an issue with the exhaust, I sometimes wonder, some people never have them. And I always do a warm-up. I always do at least 20% power for about 3 minutes. And start rolling it towards full. And then do that same full power blast that everyone does. And I wonder if that warm-up just has some good juju on those pipes. Oh, glorious. Okay, you're below the level of that land, so you're going to want to get your attention there, or you're going to be foot dragging before you're ready. There you go. There you go. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Whew. Don't know what that was, but it didn't like me being here. I didn't care for a while, but that was a big bird. Yep. Definitely want to be on your toggles this low. Sometimes you need a little lift, sometimes you need a little power, sometimes you want to come down. Just a tad. Oh, oh. Yeah. Corn, corn, corn. Can't find it in the store. Find it here. We're going to be fine. We're going to be fine when it comes time for the markets on our sweet corn. Another nice buck. Oh, I got a whole herd. I need to go this way. How gorgeous is this? Lovely. Lovely, lovely. This whole time I may be talking to myself with this new setup, who knows? Well, I can't go anywhere tonight. I promise I'm not trying to disturb these things. Everywhere I drop, there's a herd of them. I love Michigan. I'm gonna kick me a little bit of wildflowers. Kick, kick, kick. Perfect. I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready for being ready. So one of the activities people like to do is foot dragging. I am not there yet. But I'm getting there. I know this field pretty well. Oh, look at that. Like something out of Lion King. It's like a Disney movie. Watch this rise. I'm going to bring the sun back. Watch this. Oh, ha, ha, ha. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? How gorgeous is that? Pay attention, Erik. How gorgeous is that? Also coming up out of that little gully, added about 10 degrees to my flight. I mean, it's amazing. That noticeable difference coming back up into the sun on the temperatures. Oh. I can make a time lapse of the sunset whenever you want. I guess it would be the sunrise as you dive in and come up. I wish I had my flasher. See, I can't drop into this field because there's another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's another 9 deer over there. Nope. 10, 11, 12. They're just everywhere tonight. Everywhere I look. Might have had one just walk right out of the corner here. I'll stay high. Yep. Coming out. Eating some of this little stuff. Oh, and then there's 2 more ass-ended in the tree line. You don't want to learn to stand broadside like that. That broadside stance is not going to do well for you. So now I got to figure out if I trim this halfway, if I get rid of half this throttle, I have these 2 fingers back, I can grab everything. I've got to get rid of some of this throttle. This is just, that's just too much. Every time I try and do something, I'm adding power. I do not like that, Sam I am. Oh, it's a special night, kids. It is a special night. It's a special night. Look how nice they're building this out. Doing such a good job. The kids of this town are going to be incredibly lucky when this is all have this type of place. I don't screw around and make them think that you're landing or anything. Although, my God, it's tempting to just land right here. You could have your truck right there. Look at this lushness that you'd be able to mess with. Look at this gorgeousness. And just look at it. Look at it. Look at it. It's gorgeous. That's a sun out of Lion King. Look at that. Everything about tonight just perfect for this sport. Just absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous. I'm gonna cut the shit out of this throttle. Swear to God, this throttle is awful. Awful, awful, awful. It's an awful throttle. Awful throttle. Holy shit, 10 work emails. Look at that. I think tonight it's kind of special. Let's go this direction. To the camera. It's time to get the obligatory photo of your feet. We'll do that into the sun. Let's get this photo. No, I don't want, don't correct for the beautiful sunset. Give me that sunset. Give me that sunset. Oh, come on, phone. You piece of shit. Flying around trying to figure it out. I know this field well enough to do this. Let's do this. No, don't take a picture, dummy. Let's do a video. Let's do a thing with what's supposed to be the better camera. And watch this. Nope. Stop. Come back. Ooh, look at that. That's strong. That's strong. That's strong. That's strong. Here we go. Let's go Facebook Live. Start live video. Start live video. Let's get some live going. Have no idea. It is a beautiful, beautiful night for flying. Here we go. Let's give it to them. Let's give them the sun. Here comes the sunset. Ooh, a little bit of rotor. Let's give them the sunrise. Look at that gorgeous thing. Oh my goodness gracious. Gorgeous, gorgeous sunset. Just beautiful. What a view! Just a gorgeous, gorgeous sunset. Unreal. Let's bring the sun back. The world is a beautiful place. Everybody needs to remember that. Look at that. Just look. Got some deer down there. Oh, he didn't like that. We won't go disturb them. monkey air right there. That is going to get a beautiful little bit of the reflection of the sun. Just look at that. Why does Facebook Live look different now? All pilots kind of follow my Facebook now. No one else really does. And all the pilots are out doing what I'm doing. Don't pass up a night like that. Just hard to pass up a night like that. Oh, I'm trying so hard to get a picture that doesn't screw up. This side of the camera just screws up all the pictures. Well, kids, these nights are 1 in a million. A couple of things I've learned. My helmet's not working the way I want it to work. Hopefully I can get some help, get it figured out, make that investment worthwhile. Ooh, monkey air. Second thing I've learned is there's no real way. Why is it all wavy like that? What is going on with that? What is going on with that? Well, I gotta go set up to land, so we're gonna finish this. I'm gonna pack this up. I'm gonna pack that up. If I want this spot right just there, it'd be amazing. But I don't. So let's go land in the field that I'm very lucky to have. Let's get some height. You ain't crossing those wires like this. See if there's any wind at all. And if not, we'll just make something up. Huh. Tiny. Tiny, tiny, tiny. This is the direction I like to land. I like to just kind of come in here. I really don't have that option with the wind. I mean, I could probably do it with the almost no wind that it is, but that is not what I'm going to do. I'm going to fly behind my house. Oh, weird. That is not the direction I was expecting to see. Weird, weird, weird. How did that happen? That is not the direction I was expecting to see. I think we're going to go look at that again and see, is that a weird cycle? Or is that weird? Is that real? Maybe my glasses are all messed up because I did not expect to see that. Hello, cool water. Spraying. Doing your spray thing. Whoosh. I'm going to get a look on that wind. That was weird. Completely unexpected, quite frankly. Let's see. Let's see. I mean, that was strong enough you definitely would want to land into it. That was not the way I was going to set it up. Okay, my friend, I believe you. I believe you. I'm a believer. I'm a believer. Don't go with what you studied. Go with what you see. I don't want to do it that way, or I will be downhill again. I really don't want to do it downhill or in no wind. Nice pool. Nice pool too. I would love that little pool. Just camping there with a little Kindle. Nice cold water from the... Let's go. Let's cross it this way. Well, that's going to be an uphill right there. Can I get a little bit closer without having issues? I think I can. Why is it not going off? Kill. Kill. Keep it out. Keep the lines out. Kill switch isn't working. Kill switch is absolutely not functional. That was a nice job with the glider. I'm going to congratulate myself on that. Weird. I thought I hit it. I was like, why am I coming in on that really nice bag landing? I just want to point out how close I was. Well, thank God it didn't get stuck, huh? Yeah. All right. Well, I think since I don't have to worry about, we'll walk the engine towards home. I don't want to kneel it and tick my prop on all this stuff. Although it is clutched. What's the safest maneuver here? Run an engine. I know I want to just take the plug cover off. Why did the kill switch die? My kill switch died. I don't want to take the motor off with it running. From the front, not the prop side. Can you pull the spark plug for me? Just take it off. But don't come in through the prop. See that spark plug on top of that heat shield?
Pull that plug off?
Yeah, just like you would a lawnmower. Yep. Is it not wanting to come?
No. Oh, there.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's,
I was like, why is he still running his motor?
well, I don't even land with my motor. Sorry about that. I do appreciate it.